Welcome back to Timeless Athlete, the ultimate space for former athletes navigating their life after sports. If you're anything like me, Andrecus Lindley, then navigating from a fast paced, adrenaline fueled world of athletics to a post career life comes with its own challenges. But here in this space, we're going to dive deep into the real struggles that real athletes face after they hang up their jerseys. So, if you want to stay on top of the tips, the interviews, and the real life struggles of athletes and their stories, then make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Let's build a strong community for former athletes ready to tackle the next chapter head on. Oh man, I'm so excited. To God, we give all the glory before we dive in. We need to make sure. But also, guys, let me ask you one question. Are you experiencing just look at one arm or one leg or the other and ask yourself, does one of them look bigger than the other? If so, then you're probably experiencing some kind of muscle atrophy. All right. And what exactly is that? This is when the body is, I guess, in simple terms, is starting to cannibalize itself from the immobility that you may be experiencing. Hopefully, this is something that you can reverse, but not in all cases. All right. So the loss of muscle mass, the loss of muscle that you might see in one arm or the other, or your legs, or you're noticing like you're not as big as you used to be during sports. Now you're a little bit slimmer. It may be caused by a few different things, and I'm gonna go through those things. And you know, first I just want to say, there's a reason why this happens. Most and some that are common, something that we don't have control over. It may be caused by disease. Hopefully, you're not in that category. There's always hope. Never give up. But some of the things that you might be experiencing, if you have if you're dealing with some kind of sickness or illness, maybe it's multiple sclerosis, maybe it's some kind of spinal muscular illness that you're dealing with. It may be rheumatoid arthritis, osteoarthritis. These are some of the things that people deal with. That's you know, it's unfortunate. All right, and like I said, not all of them can be reversed, especially with illness. But there is hope. There is ways you can kind of get around it and get that muscle back. For you, all of you who are out there just being lazy, for all of you who have given up on the idea of, man, I ain't working out no more, or I ain't training like I used to be, but wondering why you're losing muscle mass. I want to talk about those things right now. So, of course, the reason why you're losing muscle mass is one, the lack of activity. Uh, is so common for athletes to lose their identity, lose their motivation of being an athlete post career, and say, hey, like I'm not waking up to train, or I'm not going to be active like I was before. Maybe you're hurting, maybe you're tired, maybe you want to transition to a different lifestyle, but you still have this yearning for aesthetics, that you still want to look good. And number one, of course, is lack of activity. If you are maybe 3 weeks of non strength training or something like that, you're going to experience muscle loss. It's just that simple. And that's saying, hey, maybe you're not training, but you are walking around. Maybe you run a little bit more than you used to. You're going to experience a little bit of muscle loss. Now, that's 3 weeks of non-training, but still being active. So that's a little bit of a slower process. If you're unfortunately in a bed and you're not moving at all, you're going to experience muscle mass and muscle loss, quicker than that. And that's going to usually be in 3 days. So 3 days of just laying in the bed, not moving at all. Say you're sick or something like that, you're going to experience muscle loss within 3 days, right? Another one is something that I try to not speak so much about it, but we're gonna talk about it on this channel, is alcohol. All right. I understand that when we're around our friends, we have social activities going on, social drinking and things like that is a real thing. That's going to happen. But you have to realize when we drink, when we are consuming a lot of alcohol, the body can't do everything at once. You have to train your body to um, be able to, you know, one thing at a time. So if you're drinking a lot and you're training and you're wondering why, man, why am I not getting, swole? Why am I not seeing the benefits of my training and things like that? You're going to have to put the alcohol down. Alcohol, it causes the body, it's basically poison. It is poison. Let's get that clear. Let's be honest with ourselves. Let's take accountability for it. What's going to happen is your body is going to take care of the alcohol before it take care of the muscle protein synthesis. All right. So if you're drinking a lot, it's going to negate that you even worked out at all. And it's going to say, hey, I'm going to worry about this alcohol, this poison that you just put in here. We got to get this out of here first. We got to take care and make sure that the body gets rid of this before we even get to that, which is going to slow down the muscle building process. So you may be lacking or seeing less of muscle mass if you're drinking a lot. All right. The next one is malnutrition. Processed foods, not eating enough protein, not eating enough healthy fats, not eating enough carbs, pounding your gut full of cheese, candy, sweets, and things like this will cause your body to lose muscle mass. You see a lot of people with I say this, a misconception is when people see others that may be a little bit thinner, skinnier, they think, oh man, how do you stay in great shape? You always in great shape. That's not always the case. Most of the time, especially in health and fitness, when someone is clearly not eating well, but they're, for some reason not gaining weight, there is malnutrition happening in the body. Their gut is compromised. A lot of cheese, a lot of sweets, all this stuff, it clogs up the system from even functioning and circulating proteins and the right nutrients, that it just starts to cannibalize itself. That's why you see a lot of thin people. If you see them really small, this could be it. This is not the everything for it, but this can be happening, right? So we need to make sure that we're eating the right macros, protein, carbs, and fats that are clean, and we need to be pounding the gut full of fruit. You can't get enough of juicy fruits, watermelon, berries, apples, oranges. These are all really good things for the body if we want to make sure that we keep that good muscle mass. Everything works together. Your protein works with your carbs work with your fats. The phytonutrients and all the nutrients in your body work together, right, to keep the muscle building. It ain't just the proteins. Protein need all of these things to work together, all right, and able to keep that build, keep that muscle on you to see results, right? And then another thing that may be causing former athletes to lose muscle mass, unfortunately, is injury. Sometimes when we get injured, we don't take care of, especially if it's post-career, we're not taking care of the body. We're saying, hey, I got injured, my knee, my ankle, my shoulder. I ain't got to worry about playing anymore anyway. So I'm done. I'm not going to worry about it. But that's not the case, guys. You still have a life to live. You still have to bend, reach, squat, push. You still have to do the basic functions of a human being. So this is why I say annually, we need to be going to the doctor, getting checked, finding out what we can do to heal our bodies, okay? Whether that's physical therapy, being at the chiropractor, seeing your doctor, whatever it is, we need to be taking care of our bodies so we're able to function. If you can't walk, if you can't run, if you can't push, reach, bend, all these basic necessities that you're going to have to use in one way or another throughout your life, then your body is going to start breaking down. All right. So be mindful of that. Understand how important it is for you to be healthy. You got family members around that need you. All right. You're gonna have to help somebody move. You're gonna have to help your mom, help your dad or somebody get groceries out, or whatever the case may be. You can't afford to say, "Hey, I'm just gonna deal with this injury for the rest of my life. I don't care," and that's it. All right. All right. So is muscle atrophy forever? This is a very special and interesting question because it just depends on the level of activity that you're going or lack of activity that you're going through. Now, if you're dealing with an illness or something that's keeping you in a bed or something that is deteriorating your muscles, and because you can't move, um, it can be. But there's great doctors. There's a lot of good medicine out there. It's 2024. We're doing a really good job in the health field of realizing and helping people with, Lou Gehrig's disease, muscular sclerosis, people who have rheumatoid arthritis. We're doing a better job of helping them be able to move, be able to function. One of the greatest stories that I've ever heard is I was talking to someone and he was explaining to me something where unfortunately, they were from Europe and they was traveling to the U.S. and something unfortunate where his colleague ended up getting shot. It was an accident. The guy was just walking and something was happening down the street, but the bullet ended up hitting this guy in the spine. Well, they told this guy he wasn't going to be able to walk, but dealing with him, the guy told me that they dumped him in the pool. And one of the greatest stories is he being in the pool, he started moving his arms, his body started getting used to the water, building up that strength, and something miraculous happened, praise God, that he was able to start using his hips, then his legs, his feet, everything started moving better. His left side started moving better. And so it's not to say that if you start to lose muscle or something tragic happens to you that you can't recover. For those events, it may be a little bit difficult. But for those of you who are just, a lack of activity, it just depends. Your muscle has muscle memory. So the quicker that you jump back, your muscles are going to realize, hey, I remember this training. I remember how it felt to push myself. I remember how, me bending or reaching. I remember these exercises. So it will be quicker for you to build that muscle or get that muscle back. But that's all going to have to be within the rights of not just you training, but also that you're eating well. You're putting in the right foods into your body, right? So if you're someone who wants to get back that muscle and you're planning on building that muscle back, proper diet, exercise, physical therapy, whatever you need, that's what it's going to take, right? All right, so my last two things, guys, my last three things is, guys, just make sure you stay active. You're on the days that you're not training, you're walking. Get to the physical therapy. Make sure that you're getting a physical annually. As far as the food, I just told you, just make sure you're eating well, you're eating all the right foods. And then some of the things that you guys can do to supplement your bodies is eat clean food, eat real food, things that can be grown, right? Your beans, lentils, hemp seeds, really good protein, oats, your fruits and vegetables, excuse me, your fruits and vegetables. All right. Your berries, fresh fruit. These things are going to help build muscle. It's not going to be, these processed foods. I don't know if you guys know Cali Muscle. You guys seen what happened, eating bad foods and he's working out. People think it's funny. They think it's cute, but then his body just absolutely breaks down, right? Now he's in the bed. Now he can't move. And it took a toll on him. If you guys, know who this individual is. So make sure that you guys are supplementing the body with real foods first. As far as protein supplements and amino acid supplements, yeah, you can do those things, but that doesn't that's not a band-aid or a what's the word I'm looking for? It's not the replacement for real food. Those are supplements. So make sure that you're eating really good foods, clean foods to build muscle. All right. And then you're able to supplement with, like I said, hemp seeds, chia seeds, flax seeds. And, you know, if your physical physician or someone, after you talk to them, say, hey, like, you know, it might be a good idea, or you are able to take maybe a protein supplement, amino acid supplement, then do so. Right? So I'm just trying to make sure that y'all stay swole, that y'all stay right. If you have any questions or you're interested in, joining the Timeless Athlete, it's a 10-week program to build muscle, really dive into that source of energy for you to bounce back stronger for a long life, right? And I just want to make sure that I'm out here helping you guys in the best way possible. You can actually see this in the link below. Just click on it. Let me know down in the comments what your thoughts on losing muscle, building muscle. What are some of the things that you might have experienced as a former athlete of post-career lifestyle? What are you doing? And yeah, I'm going to be here for a long time and not just for a good time, man. This is your boy, Andrecus Lindley. This is Timeless Athletes. I'm going to see you soon. Peace.